Seniors, if you don't take these, taking vitamins before bedtime can help your muscles continue to decline. Most elderly, I'm not sure why their muscles are. Every night they disappear. Approximately 3% of your strength is lost yearly beyond the age of 60. It's due to lacking one item. Before bed, not because you're growing older. The appropriate vitamins. Time is running out. You don't just become weaker. After the silent muscle loss exceeds a certain quantity, you fall more, you break more easily, you become less independent. Following that, it becomes worse. Actual risk. The bulk of elderly individuals do not take the appropriate vitamins, especially not at night. They work best. 93% of those over 65 are genuinely lacking in at least one among the 7 important vitamins that keep your muscles protected while you sleep. Missing it might make the difference between being able to stroll alone in the next 5 years or need support if you're over 60. Based on astonishing research, 99% of seniors have never heard of, but we will. List the 7 most powerful vitamins that seniors must take before bed in order, from least to most important. All of them are essential for stopping abrupt muscle loss, and the most crucial vitamin, skipping it might increase nighttime muscle loss of greater than 100%. According to studies, it's not a typo. But first, where have you been monitoring us since before we start? In the comments, mention your nation or city. Everyone is being read and replied to. We are. I'm pleased to see the proliferation of this message. Real science helps everyone. This video contains factual information. Do not speculate. No nonsense. Only peer-reviewed studies on you are popular with the elderly. Additionally, the description contains links to all references. Let us start with the 7th. Vitamin. You've probably neglected the most undervalued mineral for muscle regeneration continues throughout your life. Magnesium comes at 7th position. There's more. Magnesium is not simply another supplement. It's a crucial component of your muscles' overnight healing mechanism. Here's the secret, however. Most magnesium forms are poorly absorbed. Magnesium glycinate is what you want. The truth is that form that travels through the lining of your stomach and into the muscles as you are sleeping. Consider it a clue for tranquility. It relieves your tension, muscles. More importantly, it activates a group of enzymes inside your muscular tissue which maintains oxygen consumption and cellular hydration. Without, it causes your muscles to become stiff and crampy. They become dehydrated and start to worsen, particularly at night. Seniors over 65 who consume 250 milligrams of magnesium glycinate nightly for 3 months witnessed a 34% increase in the morning muscle performance. According to the University of Palermo research, better sleep decreased joint stiffness. There were less leg cramps reported. Same group. Why is nighttime so important? Because while you sleep, your muscles are entering recovery mode. Your parasympathetic, the nervous system, is the repair. The branch takes control at that moment. Its magnesium is used as fuel. The complete restoration. The procedure is slowed if insufficient of it. The nightly delay. This results in considerable muscle loss over time. It's simple to repair. Take magnesium, glycinate a little glass of warm water around half an hour before going to bed. No food, no almonds, no spinach, not vitamins, just glycinate. Pure. It is among the most underappreciated techniques for avoiding muscle atrophy occurs during sleep. Your muscles, the electrical system, is powered by this vitamin. Without it, impulses of the brain cannot reach the muscles via command the nerves to develop, move, or repair. And it is a tremendous concern, especially at night. We have stomach acid, which is necessary for absorbing vitamins. B12 from meals declines with aging. This suggests that your body may not be absorb enough, even if you're take a multivitamin or eat meat. The quiet B12 depletes muscular strength. Deficiency. At first, you do not feel it. Then you discover one day that your legs are hefty. You are not balanced. It feels like damp cement under your feet. That is the beginning. According to the Tufts University, conducted a detailed research, 39% of older individuals who experienced muscle weakness had a B12 deficiency. Seniors who took excessive doses methylcobalamin, the active form of vitamin B12, enhanced nerve-muscle coordination by 49%. After just 8 weeks, according to another, the research was published in the journal Neurology. When you take your dosage, it important. B12 avoids digestion, encourages nerve regrowth throughout the deepest sleep periods occur when night, especially as a sublingual or liquid beneath the tongue. Your body does. At the time, neurological upkeep this is exactly when B12 is most beneficial. If you're over 60 and do not take methyl B12 before bedtime, the nervous system may progressively losing control of your muscles. An hour before bed, the simplest method to put a 1000 microgram methyl B12 pill under the tongue. Allow it to dissolve completely. Water isn't necessary. This is all you need to wake up with a more steady walking, faster reflexes, and a greater brain muscle link. Are you prepared for the next one? Because you were taught that vitamin 5 is only suitable for bones. However, that is terribly inaccurate. Fifth, most individuals believe vitamin D is exclusively significant for bones. However, such concept might be costing you genuine muscle if you're above 60. Vitamin D3 is more than merely vitamin. Your muscle fibers genes are. This hormone acts as an activator, genes that instruct your body to fight disintegration, save energy, and generate new tissue. Your muscles shrink more fast if you do not obtain enough D3. Because those genes are dormant, your fast-twitch muscle fibers turned off by low D3, which is far away worse. The ones you have to climb. Stairs keep your balance and respond quickly to avoid falls. Seniors' lower limb strength increased by 18% after taking 2,000 international units of D3 every day for 12 weeks, according to the randomized controlled study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology. The individuals with the lowest D3 levels were twice as likely to experience muscle. The loss was serious enough to need movement. AIDS. According to another Swiss research, the problem is that your blood stores low, your D3 levels will plummet overnight, and this is the most significant. Time. Your muscles undergo a process. Protein synthesis occurs when you sleep. At this moment, D3 informs you cells to regenerate tissue and absorb amino acids. That rebuilding never happens if D3 is missing. As a consequence, you are weaker than you were the day before. Here's the trick, however. When coupled with healthy fats, D3 acts better. At night, its absorption increases by more than 60% when taken after dinner, with a little piece of avocado or even a tablespoon of nut butter, and included teamed with your nightly schedule. More can be done too. Maintain your muscles than all of resistance bands and protein smoothies, combined into one little delicate gem of vitamin D3 with a little fat. The building just doesn't happen if the hormone signal is lacking. The vitamin, this keeps your muscles stimulated. Number 4. Additionally, most individuals, they are oblivious of its existence. Vitamin E comes in at number 4. Vitamin E is traditionally viewed of as a skin food. It's more like muscle armor. Seniors, however, this vitamin protect your muscular tissue from oxidative stress, which is the real injury that happens overnight. This procedure involves healthy cells, assaulted by unstable substances such as free radicals, and among the most. How vulnerable are your cells' muscles? Your body undergoes a profound repair state at night. Additionally, the healing process causes inflammation. Vitamin E has a protective impact. It envelops your muscle cells and prevent those inflammatory impulses from creating irreparable damage. Without it, your strength tends to wane without your knowledge. Your recovery becomes slower and your muscle membranes degrades more rapidly. Higher vitamin E consumption was related with a 27% improvement. Physical performance scores in seniors include walking speed and grip. Strength. A research published, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, taking 400 international units of natural alpha tocopherol before bed significantly reduced overnight indications of muscular damage in elderly people, according to another University of Arkansas study. But not every vitamin E supplements are beneficial. The natural shape, not an artificial one. You need dill. It is best taken at night because you must. Take it with an empty stomach about an hour after your previous meal. The oxidative stress is at its peak during that time when your body is transitioning into deep sleep and full recovery phase. Over time, taking a little pill before bedtime significantly increase your strength, especially if you're recovering from an accident or rigorous exertion. It will not strike you instantly. However, after a few weeks, you'll discover that muscles do not weary as rapidly. The balance seems more steady and the discomfort is less acute. That is, vitamin E has unknown power. The next one is a hidden metabolism. Enhancer vitamin 3 helps heal your muscle loss occurs as you sleep. To ensure, make sure you don't miss any more videos like, please press the bell icon, please subscribe and like the video. I've loved it thus far. Third, vitamin B6. You probably saw B6 on multivitamins were disregarded as unimportant. However, B6 functions similarly to the key. That activates your muscle engine at night for seniors. The body cannot effectively metabolize proteins without it. How much chicken eggs or shakes? What you are consuming is immaterial. Your muscles continue to shrink if you have B6. Levels are low because the protein is floating around unused. B6 is unusual in that it promotes the metabolism of amino acids in muscle cells. In other words, it enables the transformation of dietary protein into actual muscular tissue. Over 3 years, ERA elderly people with more blood B6 levels remain 22% leaner, more muscle mass than individuals with lower levels. A research published the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition that offers long-term defense against waste caused by aging. Taking B6 supplements lowered the rate of muscle protein breakdown. You slept up to 18% according to another TUS University research. This is because your body enters anabolic mode at night. That is the reconstruction repair state. The procedure is not the only one that B6 supports. It facilitates it. P5P is your body's active form. The most effective approach is to utilize directly. B6. Approximately an hour before going to bed, take it by itself, ideally with water is not mixed with food. Food may shorten the window of absorption, notably in older individuals whose digestion is slower. Over weeks, you'll see improvements, recovery a little more dawn, stamina in a simpler way to keep or even acquire lean mass. The effects are not immediately evident. After age 65, most people think this is impossible. However, B6 is not performing properly for you. The following vitamin. Second is the chemical that your body craves to aid you sleep to restore your muscles. Vitamin C came in second. Vitamin C is supposed to assist with colds. In reality, however, vitamin C is among the most underappreciated drugs for the elderly. Muscle repair. Also, it is most effective right before bedtime. Here's the reason: the production of collagen needs vitamin C. Your muscles are kept together by a material termed collagen. Your muscle fibers develop brittle if you don't have enough collagen. They're prone to ripping. They take a time to recover. Worst, first and foremost, their density decreases. At that, sarcopenia takes control. That is the condition where aging causes muscle. The bulk will dissipate. According to the seminal research published in the British Journal of Nutrition, elderly individuals who consume the most vitamin C were 67%. You are less prone to lose muscular mass. That is a considerable quantity. Within 2 weeks, even a moderate vitamin C deficit ensued. Collagen production decreased by 25%. According to another Oregon State University studies, this indicates that your body is unable to repair any muscle injury that happens. It happens spontaneously throughout the day. What's the most critical period for your body to, can you rebuild when you're deep asleep? That's why vitamin C is so effective at night. It helps to fill your tissues with the essential materials needed to mend muscle fibers when taken before going to bed. However, not all shapes are the same. Liposomal or buffered versions. Vitamin C is gentler on the stomach and better absorbed while you sleep. At least 1 hour after your previous meal, you should take it on an empty stomach. Usually 1 gram is plenty. Within a few weeks, you'll notice stronger connective tissue, increased joint mobility. There are less pains. Your muscles will continue to decline. They will begin to heal more swiftly than they have in years. Also, vitamin C is what triggers the effects of collagen and protein supplements if you use them before going to bed. Without it, they are ineffective. We have now reached most important vitamin of all. When absent, this alone tripled the rate of muscle atrophy overnight. Also, 99% of seniors are not. It should be handled correctly. First, vitamin K2. Most people do not even know what it is. However, if the elders want to keep their muscles from losing away, At night, vitamin K2 is the most important. They need a vitamin. Why? Because the body's K2 governs the location calcium. Calcium builds up in your arteries rather than in your bones muscles if you do not have K2, both sensitive muscles and stiff arteries. People suffer as a consequence. But when you take K2 and incredible things happen, the calcium is transported into the matrix it strengthens the muscles and bones, their structure and function. In a recent research published in the journal Nutrients, seniors who took after using K2 pills for 12 weeks a 55% increase in mitochondrial efficiency inside their muscle cells. This suggests that their muscles were more resilient against weariness, lasted longer, and burn energy more effectively, without changing their diet or amount of exercise. Leg muscle of an elderly individual, the strength rose by 37% while taking K2 supplements, according to another research from the University of Maastricht, the most unexpected finding in K2 deficient. The participants' muscular breakdown doubled overnight. That is the strength of this vitamin. It goes beyond basic absorption. It has to do with direction. K2 directs the body to correctly store minerals. Also, you lose the essential premise for cooperation, and it is not necessary for muscular mass. MK7, a long-acting version that stays in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours, is the ideal kind. However, to be once completely absorbed, it must be consumed with fat. The ideal way is to take one capsule before bedtime with a little tablespoon of coconut oil or peanut butter. The body begins redistributing minerals that's the point. Your muscle and bones are, at that moment, regeneration occurred. K2 begins working at that point. Even if you are K2 may increase with healthy nutrition and exercise. Be the reason for your sporadic muscular weakness, cramps, or poor post-activity recuperation. The bulk of seniors aren't just missing it. They've never understood it correctly. However, there is a clear change. When you've done, your legs feel more substantial, your strides seem more forceful, and the chance of persistent weakness begins to decrease. The other way. Here are 5 briefs advice to guarantee you're really getting the most out of your vitamins. Before we finish up, consume fat-soluble vitamins such as E3, K2, and E prepare with a tiny quantity of healthy fat. A bit of avocado, some almonds, or a tablespoon of peanut butter may enhance absorption by up to 70%. The bulk of that pill just vanishes. If there is no fat, it goes underutilized. Secondly, avoid consuming calcium combined with magnesium or zinc. The absorption of these minerals is competitive. They balanced each other out. When considered as a whole, at least an hour should divide them. Third, if at all, if feasible, choose each vitamin's active forms. This includes utilizing magnesium glycinate rather than oxide methyl B12, rather than cyanocobalamin MK7, rather than basic K2. These kinds actually get to your muscles. Absorb more efficiently. Fourth, ensure that you consistently take your vitamins. Your body operates in cycles. These repair cycles may include disrupted by skipping a few days. Create a nighttime ritual in which you stick to something like cleaning your teeth. Fifth, drink plenty of water. Water enables the mobility of them, vitamins to your cells and throughout your body. Drink a little glass of water along with your vitamins. Avoid dry swallowing at all costs. The vitamins you just saw have the ability to substantially change the way your body feels. Each and every morning, not in 10 years, not even in 10 weeks. But this evening, most elders are genuinely oblivious of the depth of the damage are causing as they sleep. Muscle fibers, it's time to dry out at that point. Protein synthesis slows down at that moment. Inflammation takes control at that moment. Nevertheless, we now understand how to tackle it. To unlock, use magnesium to fix, to give you B12 energy. E3 promotes growth. E to protect your cells. B6 for protein building. C promotes collagen-based healing. And K2 will safeguard everything. Each of these vitamins act in a unique way. However, they all perform optimally. When combined, and nighttime is when they all perform optimally. It is more than just a hypothesis. That's science backed by actual research, clinical results, and changes in the life of seniors. I like you. However, now is your moment. Before going to bed, what do you take now? Leave a comment and get started. With the one you're most likely missing, you're unclear where to start. Tomorrow's even one of these might delay muscle loss. A little modification was done tonight. Send this to a parent, lover, friend, or others. Person you care about. If you're watching, it's for them. Because of being lacking in, these vitamins are more than merely existing. Feeble. It has to do with freedom. It's about staying free, mobile, and upright. Please click the like button if this video was useful to you so the other elders can see it. If you wish more scientifically backed tips on how to keep a strong, agile, subscribe to our Unstoppable Physique. You now possess the knowledge. So take action tonight and the next time we shall see you. Please feel free to leave a remark. Please see below if you have any questions or would you want to share your own experiences. Thank you for watching.